Hello, my name is Ruth Cuellar. The other group members are Humberto Hinojosa and Garcia. Our presentation is about American Airlines. American Airlines has more than 90 years growing strong. It first began on April 15, 1926, when Charles Lindbergh flew the first American Airlines flight carrying U.S. mail from St. Louis, Missouri to Chicago, Illinois. After 8 years of mail routes, the airline began to form into what it is today. American founder C.R. Smith worked with Donald Douglas to create the DC-3, a plane that changed the entire airline industry, switching revenue sources from mail to passengers. 10 years later, in 1936, American is the first airline to fly the DC-3 in commercial service from New York to Chicago. In 1939, American begins trading on the New York Stock Exchange. In 1981, American introduces AA Advantage, the first airline loyalty program for its customers. On December 20th, 1989, American announces plans to expand its Latin American service with routes from Eastern Airlines. On September 11, 2001, American tragically loses 23 people, including pilots, flight attendants, and family members, in the events surrounding Flights 11 and 77. In 2008, American introduces mobile boarding passes. By 2015, American and U.S. Airways began operating as one airline with a single passenger service system. In 2016, American celebrates its 90th birthday. American Airlines is one of the leading companies in its industry. However, at the moment, in comparison to its competitors, which in this case are Delta and United Airlines, we can clearly see that American Airlines is a little behind against its competition. Even though it has one of the largest share in the airline industry, it is still falling behind its competitors. American Airlines scored the lowest in the CPM competition factor with a total score of 290, while the other were both above 3 points. American Airlines scored the lowest in brand reputation, product quality, and customer service, which are key factors for total score. American Airlines and its competitors have each the same threats and opportunities as of the EFE evaluation. However, American Airlines needs to step it up in the weaknesses. For example, they need to provide better customer experience and product quality, focus in the marketing of products. Its positioning and its unique selling proposition needs to be clearly defined, which can lead to the attacks in this segment from the competitors.
Hi, my name is Garcia, and I'll be talking about the culture, diversification, and integration of American Airlines. The culture American Airlines has been known for is vacacious culture. This means that they have a high degree of agreement among employees about what is valued, and they have low intensity of those same exact values. American Airlines has a set culture with a set mission statement and vision. Employees and supervisors know and agree about it, but some employees don't seem to care. American Airlines have reported of low employee morale, even though employees know the company's goals and what it stands for, which is high agreement. They aren't content with either their own personal job or how the company's handling certain aspects, making them have low morale, low intensity. American Airlines has a vacacious culture and impacts the company's performance in a major way. Having low employee morale and low intensity hinders the company's potential at performance, which affects sales and profits. It also stumps the company's growth in the airline industry, making it weaker in the company share. It also makes it weaker compared to its competitors. American Airlines needs to improve employee morale and change its low intensity to high intensity to have a stronger culture. They already have one part of two elements of culture agreement. They need to have strong culture. They need to strive so they can be part of the strongest players in the American airline or of the airline industry. The key resources for American Airlines are its fleets of aircrafts, its physical infrastructure, and good ground facilities, its sales and distribution channels, its supply chain, and notably its supply of fuel, its airline partners, and its personnel. The diversification of American Airlines is a corporate strategy to enter a new industry which the business is not currently in. American Airlines has a concentric type of diversification. It has a new and related product services for present customers. American Airlines is innovating new products related to the airline industry for its present customers. American Airlines has a single business type of diversification, which means it earns 95% of revenue from one business. That means that the diversification of the company is very low. And the integration of the company, which as a whole can reduce transaction costs, increase coordination within the firm, and create power over suppliers. American Airlines has backward integration. This means that American Airlines has control over suppliers. American Airlines has concentric and business and single business type of diversification. The airline industry is extremely expensive to go into and to be in. For this reason, it is important for American Airlines to focus only on flying people all around the world. It seems that the company is doing quite well with these strategies. Strategic assets are assets that are difficult to trade, imitate, they're scarce, appropriable, and specialized resources with capabilities that have the company's competitive advantage. American Airlines strategic assets are airplanes. The management, processes, and physical assets are what makes the entire company. This also makes the airline industry extremely expensive to get into.
Hi, this is Humberto Hinojosa continuing the American Airlines presentation. So American Airlines does a lot of things for their employees. They really look out for them. Some of those benefits for them are employee bonuses, flight compensation, their life plan. Sometimes they include the employees in their corporate decisions, so they get to decide on the major decisions of the company at times. Also, they created a new system of compensation. They also created a program for commitment enterprise coaching for the employees. And some of the things that American Airlines can improve on is the huge gap between the CEO and the regular employees. So on average, the huge gap between the CEO and the average employee is 195 times more. So to fix this, American Airlines can either increase the regular employee's salary, or they could decrease the CEO's salary, but also give him more options on bonuses if the company does good, or stock options when the company does good. So this huge gap could reduce and become smaller and not be such of a big issue for them. One of the things that American Airlines does really good at is CSR. So they had one of their employees who was outstanding. Her name is Kim Galvin. She basically spends her free time doing green initiatives for the airline. They promote diversity, include EPRGs, repair homes for old citizens, teaching in a school, organizes recycle drives, and just other things. Like for example, American Airlines can do like their competitor did. Delta said that they're going to spend $100 billion over the next 10 years to eliminate 300 pounds of plastic each year in their industry. So one of the things that American Airlines can do is be a bit more green and help the environment just a little bit more. And another thing that American Airlines can improve on is reducing the gap between their competitors, Delta Airlines, United Airlines, and all the other airline industry competitors. They're now competing toe to toe with American Airlines. So American Airlines needs to improve this, improve their customer service, because at times they've gotten negative reviews about that, and just overall try to be the industry leader in the airline industry. So this concludes our presentation for American Airlines. Thank you so much for watching.